welcome back. Today we're making a delicious non-dairy dessert. We're making key lime mousse. My secret ingredient in this mousse is avocado. The avocado will make it nice and creamy and also add some really good fats, nutrients, and fiber to our mousse. To know if your avocados are ripe, here's a little trick. They have a little stem on them. Just peel the stem back, and if it's bright green underneath of there, you're good to go. So I like to do this in a food processor. You can do it in a blender too, but I find it really hard to scrape out of the bottom of a blender, so it's just easier to get out of the food processor. To start, I'll do 2 avocados. Let me grab my knife. And just open these up. We'll just open them up and scoop them out right into the food processor. This is a really great dessert because it's different. A lot of desserts are chocolate or they're berry. This is just an unexpected surprise for dessert, and it's absolutely delicious. It's actually healthy enough to eat as a snack too. We're just using a little bit of honey to sweeten, but it's tangy and it's fluffy and it's creamy, and it's just actually good any time of the day. So 2 avocados right into the food processor. We're blending all of this up so it doesn't matter how they come out. Be very careful when you remove the pit. So there's 1. And we'll do our second one. So this is a mousse, a raw vegan mousse. It also makes an amazing pie filling if you want to do a raw vegan pie. So there is a recipe on my blog for a raw vegan mango pie. I would use that same crust and then just use this mousse as the filling. Number 2. Okay, second avocado in. Lovely. Okay, next up, the juice of 2 limes. And before I juice them, these are organic limes. I'm gonna take the zest off of them because I like to sprinkle the zest on top as a really pretty garnish. When you zest a lime, just take the green part off. The white part is pretty bitter. So the green part is pretty. It actually has a lot of essential oils in it. So it adds great flavor and it makes a great garnish. I find it a little too strong inside of the pudding to put the zest in the pudding. Plus, I like to have a really smooth, creamy texture, and the zest is just a little bit too much mixed in for me. But I'll save that for the garnish. All right, so 2 limes, roll it out a little bit, and you'll get more juice. And then I don't like to keep a lot of kitchen gadgets around, but I do like to have a citrus juicer because citrus is expensive. And if you have smaller hands like I have, you might not be able to get all the juice, so you just want to get everything that you pay for. So right into the food processor, the juice of 2 limes. Raw vegan recipes like this are actually really flexible. Sometimes people want exact ingredients, but then if I give you, a 1/4 cup or a 1/2 cup of lime juice, you don't know how many limes you need. Just buy 2 good-sized limes. If they're really small, use 3. You can season this or add ingredients to taste. Squirt myself with that. Okay, so 2 limes. I just totally squirted myself with citrus juice, that's okay. The next thing I have that's also going to make this super creamy and add good fats and fiber and nutrients to this is soaked cashews. I soaked these cashews overnight in purified water and then just drained and rinsed them. This is 1 cup of cashews soaked. If you forget to soak your cashews overnight, you can do a hot soak, and you can actually soak them in hot water for an hour. You want to boil your water, let it sit for a minute or 2 so it's not boiling anymore, and then pour it over. And then within an hour, you'll have soaked cashews. So into my food processor, a cup of soaked cashews, and then a big pinch of sea salt. To sweeten this, I'm going to use honey. Now, honey's not technically vegan because it comes from bees, but it's still used in a lot of raw vegan cooking. If you use honey, buy raw honey because it has more nutrients and enzymes in it, and I actually think it tastes better too. If you don't want to use honey in this, you can substitute maple syrup. So about 1/4 cup of honey, and I've made this so many times I'll just eyeball it, but if you wanted to measure 1/4 cup, and if you want it sweeter, you can do 1/3 cup or even more. And then a really special ingredient that I like to add as well is fresh ginger. It just really brings out the flavor of the lime and really just gives it a pop, but if you don't care for ginger, you can leave it out. You don't even need to peel your ginger, you can just grate it straight in. Ginger's got some kick to it, so you can add as much or as little as you like. I like about a half a teaspoon. And when you use a grater like this, see how it's all kind of on the bottom? Make sure you hit it and get it all out. So all of my ingredients are in. I'll just pop the top on this and blend it until it's smooth. It smells amazing. It already smells like key lime mousse in here. Right. And there we go. This looks perfect. So in a food processor, this will take a little bit longer to get really smooth and creamy. Just let it go for a few minutes and scrape it down each time. You could also do this in a Vitamix to make it a little bit faster. It's just harder to scrape out. To serve this, I like to use little martini glasses. You can use anything you want. Look how smooth that is. It smells delicious too. So I'm calling this key lime mousse. I didn't use key limes. You can use key limes. It's just a variety of lime. But it definitely smells very limey in here. I think it's really fun to serve these types of desserts in little martini glasses. And this is a really thick, decadent dessert because there's avocado and there's cashews. It smells so good. It's just very thick and decadent, so you don't need a lot. So I take that and then I just do a little bit of my lime zest right on top. It's very pretty. And again, it's unexpected. A lot of desserts are chocolate or they're berry, and this is just something really fun to serve. All right, moment of truth, time to taste it. It's so good. If you want more recipes like these, head on over to my blog at elizabethrider.com and subscribe to my email list. I'll see you guys next time.